All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. It's 1 o'clock, top of the hour. I just muted everyone, so feel free to unmute yourself when you have something that you want to share. But Amber and Jared, it looks like they are still in California having a good time. So Amber asked me to lead the Tuesday 20 today. I'm excited to talk to you about a really great topic that I think everyone will enjoy, and I'd love participation because it's something that we can all use. But before we get started, just wanted to go over announcements. Bingo cards. Give a shout out if you're doing bingo. If you have at least one bingo done, raise your hand. Ah, I see lots of hands. Awesome. Does anyone have a blackout yet? Couple blackouts. Awesome. Okay, I love the bingo because if you ever wake up and you're just wondering, like, what should I do today? That is a great way to have an action step for the day. See what bingo you need, or it just gives you great ideas. So encourage bingo cards to your team. Keep working on those bingo cards. And that's something that you can print up extra bingo cards and you can do any time of year, even if there's not prizes. So love that fun incentive. Also, this Thursday, Curtly, will you unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about the Meal Boss, or the thing that you're doing?
Yeah, you guys, it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to be teaching you and your people the basic principles of meal planning and what little action steps you can take to make it a habit. And I'll be giving advice for kids or for stuff like that. And then we're going to be handing out 5 fast and easy recipes, and spent forever putting them on like a normal sheet instead of sending people to my blog. And a fancy sheet like that, and then spice guides so that people can have a list of how to, like, the basic spices for Italian, Mexican, American, and Asian, so people can start learning how to make fast and easy meals themselves. So we'll go through the basic principles, and then I'll be showing people how to make like a chili, like a quick and easy chili. It's not supposed to be fancy, it's supposed to be quick. And so, if you have a healthy, convenient food, you're going to be less likely to go to the unhealthy, convenient food in your house. So that's the purpose. So it'll be really fun. I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Curly is the pro of meal planning. So we're going to learn a lot of great things from her. And I love that idea, just learning basic spices on how to just have food that you already have in your house and mix it with some spices and make it healthy. So I'm excited for that. And you guys, any excuse to pick up the phone and follow up with someone is a great reason. So this is for anyone, not just clients. This can be for people that you've talked to a year ago. Like, look through your contacts and just follow up with them and just invite them, because this is something that everyone can use. And this is something that clients, I think, if they can really get good at meal planning early on, they're going to be more successful long term when they have to think about what they're going to eat themselves and not just grab meal replacements all day. So this is going to be really great. And someone's asking, is it going to be recorded, Curtly? Okay, awesome. And they're also asking if it's 5-in-1 approved. Are a lot of things going to be Lean and Green approved?
That is a great question. I didn't think about that. I will look into that.
Okay.
So, because I know Chantel did a Lean and Green approved one, the fast and easy.
Well, maybe just throw that in there. Like, if it's a recipe that's not, reference them to where they can find a Lean and Green chili recipe on Sandy's Kitchen Adventure, something like that, because I think we'll have a lot of fun.
That'll be easy. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. So any other questions, send Curtly a message. She has all the info. And it looks like they're trying to do it at Amber's house. So be a pretty background. Also, today we are going to talk about, we're going back to the basics. We all kind of need refreshers on the basics, even if we're seasoned health coaches or brand new. So this topic is great. It's all about how to be a good health coach. This is a perfect topic for everyone. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to be a good health coach in the summer, because summer can be hard, especially if you have kids at home and there's so many fun things to be off and doing. So we're going to talk about how to make it more simple in the summer also. And you know what? Clients are really the lifeblood of our business. If we are not good health coaches, it's really hard to keep a sustainable business and get referrals and to make a business grow. And so we want to go over kind of some basics of how to be a good health coach. But before we start, I want to get some participation here. So in the chat, or if you want to unmute and just throw out some ideas, when you think of what a good health coach is, what do you think of?
Okay, I'm actually going to video this, if that's okay, Liz.
Yeah.
I think the hugest thing is having passion for what you do. Like, really love what you do. Otherwise, your business is not going to grow. If you don't love what you do, your clients aren't going to do well, and then you lose the motivation. And so, treating yourself like a professional is huge. And that's when things started changing for me. I took responsibility for my learning and taught myself so much. I listened to so many podcasts and books so I could feel confident, because it feels terrible not to be confident. You feel like an imposter. And so really commit to learning and being good at it. And then your clients do well and they give you referrals, and it's just happy, happy, happy.
Okay.
So that's my biggest thing.
That's awesome. Curly had a lot of good points in there. Being professional, even if you don't feel like you're a professional, just being confident in what you do. And you don't have to know everything, but being willing to go learn something. And you don't have to give clients every answer, but knowing where to guide them. And sometimes it's about learning together. And so I love that. And she really is a great example of learning yourself. So just like an athlete, they don't cross the finish line and think they're done. As health coaches, we're always learning and growing. For personal development, the habits of health calls, learning about health and how to be healthy so that you can teach clients also. So furthering your education, just like any professional would do. All right, let's see. Let's get some going in the chat thread. What are some good qualities of a health coach, a good health coach? Working on your own health, so someone that is a good example. Someone that does what they teach, being a good example. Nyla says, good. Anything else? Unmute yourself if you want to throw some things out, or put it in the chat thread.
I was just going to say being consistent and checking on people. You can't just send them a text and think that that's going to work the whole summer.
Love that. Yes, Misty, that's so true. Especially as a new health coach, a lot of times they're not consistent. They'll put up, some things for a few weeks, and if they don't all of a sudden take off, then they quit. And so being consistent, even when things are slow, like just being a consistent example and consistently, caring about people. And I think that is key. People are kind of watching, if you start something new, they're going to see how long that lasts. And so being consistent over the years, over the months, that's key. Awesome. Getting over your fears. Just do it. Love that. A professional friend maker, Chantel says. That is huge, because we're all about networking, relationship building. That's awesome. See, Noelle, was that you that said you had one? No, who was it? Someone said I had one.
It was me, Jessica.
Okay. Jessica.
So I have really learned in the last year and a half since I've been a health coach that habits and action kind of destroy the fear. So just doing just learning and doing something, a little bit of something every day really, really helped me, because I was scared to send text messages. I was scared to call people. And guess what? Sometimes I still do get scared to call people, because there are some of those people that you're like, ooh, they are so scary to talk to, and you just don't know. But that's right. You just don't know. What if you are the person that they've been looking for or needing to talk to for a long time? So you never know.
Yep. Just do it afraid. Just do it. It gets easier, but even years later, it's still going to be a little bit scary, but it's just fun to push yourself a little bit more, being consistent. Oh, and one thing Misty said is not just relying on texting, picking up the phone and caring about people. Let's see. Angela says, genuine caring for your clients. The money will come. Just care about the people. That's so true. Let's see. Anyone else? All right, I'll throw out a couple until someone unmutes themselves. So one thing that I was thinking about is being organized. That's one thing I really work on. Is a lot of times as your business grows, it's hard to stay organized. So finding a system that works for you to stay organized. One thing that I do is I have a whiteboard hanging up behind me that I have all my clients in plain view. So because a lot of times you get busy and you forget about people. And so having a list somewhere of all your clients, especially current clients, especially brand new clients that need that kind of one-on-one support, because it just like if you have a goal, you put it out in front of you, you're going to be thinking of those people or those goals more often. So getting organized is a big one. I think being reliable. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you say you're going to follow up with someone, follow up. If you say you're going to, ask a question and get back to them, do it. That's very professional to do what you say. All right. Any last minute ones before we move on?
I was thinking one thing too is somebody else was saying, I can't remember if it was Amber or if it was Chantel, but that you guys don't give up. And like, I've done this in my mind, but to hear it was so nice. So when somebody tells you to follow up with them, until you have a no, like maybe like they push you off because they're doing other things, but they're not saying no. And until you get that no, I think it's really helpful to stay persistent and be that friend in whatever way they need, and to be able to be professional and follow up with them. Yeah.
Yes. Follow up, I think, is the secret to growing a big business. A lot of times we're scared to follow up, but any professional would follow up. If you say you're going to do something, follow up. You don't have to be pushy about it. Just say, I didn't want to forget about you. I wanted to follow up and see if you had any questions, or see if you're ready to get started, or whatever it is. That's very professional. Love that. Jessica, you have another one?
Yes.
Go
Well,
for it.
I was just going to say, I followed up with a doctor 5 times.
Wow.
He never contacted me 5 times. I mean, a doctor is super, super busy. So I just started calling him at different times. And then he's like, hey, this is the best time for you to call me at 12 o'clock because it's my break. And now I have a coaching Zoom set up with him on Friday. So I've been trying to contact him for 6 months, and so it does. You just keep working at it because he never said no. I love it.
I love that example. Cool. Be consistent. And Curly said, learn not to blame or take offense easily. A lot of times we might, just put our own concepts in our head, like they don't want to talk to you, or you're bugging them, but that's just a concept. Until they tell you no, you don't have to be pushy. Just be professional, follow up, be friendly. Love that. Okay.
Or you're not Amber, you're Liz. Amber under your face. My thought just kind of went with that. Like, I used to be really hard on myself if somebody wasn't doing well on program, or if somebody canceled their order, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I must be doing something wrong. And I've started to just kind of accept that, and I'll contact them and talk to them, but I've tried to have more positive thoughts, because I am a great health coach, and I'm doing my best, and I can't do it. I can't do it for them. And so our mindset does a lot with just being positive, with thinking that I am I'm a great health coach. I do a lot of good things. And so just those positive thoughts help.
I love that. That is so important. Just a lot of times we can take things personally, but as long as you're doing your best and you're caring about them, just let them know when you're ready. I'm here to help you. I have resources. Just let them know that you're there for them when they're ready, and offering them solutions. If 5-in-1's not a good fit for them, just knowing that you're there to help find a good plan for them. So I love that.
Liz,
Yeah.
I have something that made me think of what I try to do as a health coach. And I think I've said this before, but it's basically like you do take a lot of that stress on yourself. Like if your clients aren't doing well, that natural tendency is saying, what did I do wrong? Or like if they quit, what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? But really all I want to do with my clients, my job as a health coach, is to help them progress one step. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect on the 5-in-1 and, all health and happiness for the rest of their life. It's just, okay, what can we do today? Like when we're on that call with them, what can we do today to help you move one step forward? Set one goal. Or if they quit the program, what can I do to add value to their life and just help them with one thing? So that's all my goal is just to improve other people's lives. And it takes the stress off me. It takes like pressure off them, and then everyone's happy.
Yes. And I can't tell you how many times I've gotten messages from people that said, thanks for not giving up on me. I'm not giving up on anyone. I'm there for you whenever you're ready, but, just be there for them. That's huge. Okay, let's go over just kind of the different stages of health coaching and go over the basics of kind of the basic things of what we should be doing as health coaches. So pre-start, when you do that explore or awakening call with them, that interested script, I think it's really important to be professional, be confident in what you have to offer. Obviously, you love it, it works, and be confident in what you're offering. And whether they're ready right now or not, don't lose that confidence. I think people can see that if you really know that it works and you have a great thing to offer, they can see that and they'll come back even if they're not ready right then. But we want to make things simple for our clients. This program is simple, and we want to make from the very start very simple. And that's why it's so important to put your clients' orders in for them. So often, if you just send them your website, they order the wrong things. It's so confusing. What's this Be Slim Club? You know, so if you just have a way that you do it, okay, this is how we do it. I have a great order for you. If you want to, you know, ask what flavors that they don't like, or if they have any allergies, kind of a few basic questions. If they want on the go things, or if they want to heat something up for lunch, you know, I ask a few basic questions, but just being confident, and this is how it works for everyone. This is what I do. I'll just get you started, get your program started for you, and make it simple so they can just answer a few questions, give you their information, and you're taking care of them. I just had someone text me last night that I got their order in, and she said, "Thanks for babying me. I need this." You know, they want to be taken care of. And so just be professional, like be confident in the price, be confident in the process, and they'll just accept that because you're a professional. Also, starting them off right. It's not just about ordering them food. We are starting a life-changing program for them. And so I would never start someone off just on a diet. Always get the books, the Habits of Health books. You want them to be able to change their life, not just to lose weight. So set them up for success with the Habits of Health book, and add them to your secret Facebook group, your client group, and you know, give them the tools to be successful. Set them up with Zoom. Teach them how to set up Zoom so that they're ready for that Habits of Health call week 1. And a lot of times I like to give my clients a challenge, like a homework assignment while they're waiting for their food. So I always like them to watch the first Habits of Health call from the week, or if there's a certain one that you think would help them, send it to them so that they have to download Zoom and have it ready. And so that's a great way to get them plugged in from the very start. Also, if they really struggle with emotional eating, then the mindfulness training, getting them started on that before they even get their food, is a great resource so that they can see that this is so much more than just getting food in the mail. This is really working on all areas of their health. And so getting them started off right, plugging them into the right support, and just showing them that this is, you know, it's going to take a little bit of work. They're going to have some homework, and if they kind of see that from the beginning, then it's not going to be a shock that they have to read something or they have to watch a webinar along the way. Anyone else have anything about Pre-Start that they want to share that they do before they get started? No? Okay, if you think of something, we can always go back. Okay, let's go first week. First week that they're on program. I think this week is the most important week. Oh, someone says, have them watch Kirtley's video of getting started. Kirtley has a great video. I don't know if you've updated it for Optavia with the Optavia guide, Kirtley, but if not, you should do the same video with the Optavia guide, because I use your video a lot. Oh, you did, good. Okay, so Kirtley, maybe you can put your video in the group so everyone has it, but Kirtley has a great video that explains the first week. But doing a pre-start call with them before they get started, let them know what to expect. Preferably if you can get them on Zoom, to make sure that Zoom's set up for the Habits of Health call on Wednesday and have that one-on-one connection before they start, then that's awesome. But going over the Optavia guide, have them read it before you do that call, or send a video that explains it. And just go over, make sure that they know that they need 3 servings of vegetables instead of 1. Make sure they understand the healthy fats, and let them know, like, they're going to be hungry, they're going to be grouchy, what to expect, and that they can ask you any questions. The more questions they have, the better. Like, just prepare them for that detox, that first few days. And so many times, if a client starts before I know and they don't have help those first few days, a lot of times they don't even get into fat burn. They kind of quit, because it can be hard. And so if you really can check in with them every day until they're in fat burn and walk them through struggles or questions, they're going to be much more successful. Let's see. On the chats, it says, Rebecca says she has them do a vision board. Jen says that she tells them that she wants to talk to them each week, that it's not just about a text every week, that they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to have a conversation every week that they can. Let's see. And Kirtley says that they make sure that they know that it's not a one-size-fits-all. And so to let them know if they need anything changed, if something's not working for them, to let her know. And so I love that. Typically, 5-in-1 works great for most people. So that's usually what we start people on. but it's not always a great fit for everyone. So just knowing that if they're ever struggling, to let you know that you're there to help them.
Hey, Liz.
Yes.
I love what Jen said about vocally each week. And that's a huge difference, because I think I've been missing that. I always say, you know, I want to talk to you, blah, blah. But adding that word vocally, I think, because some people don't even know, like they don't know what coaching looks like. So you are just in how you posture it is what they think. So I'm going to add in that vocally word.
I like that.
And then just to put an exclamation mark on Kirtley's not one size fits all, and that they like, I usually prep them like, I want to talk to you when you're struggling, because I don't want you to just answer the phone when you're perfect, because you probably need me most when you're struggling. And that I'm not calling to make them feel bad about themselves. So I've had a lot of clients say, oh, I'm so glad you said that. So
yeah, I think that's great. Just to let them know that if they're struggling, that's when they need to pick up the phone even more. I love that. And so often, if I have people that don't pick up the phone, if I get their answering machine, I'll leave them a message, but I'll also send them a text, because you know that they saw their text. Not everyone checks their messages. I know I don't very often. But that way I know that they got the text, and I'll usually text, just asking how they're doing, and I'll tell them what the healthy habit of the week is, and I'll give them a challenge every week. So this week, my challenge for everyone is finding joy in the journey, being more mindful. And so I encourage them to either start a gratitude journal that they write down something every day that they're grateful for, or express it vocally or in prayer every day, or do a gratitude walk every day, that they go to a store or a parking lot, parking farther from the store, so that they have a few extra minutes that they purposely think about their blessings, the things that they're grateful for. And so just teaching people how to find joy in the journey right where they are, and not waiting until they reach a goal to be happy. And so, and then I put the Habit of Health call link and the playback link. So that's what I do every week in a text if they don't answer. And I say, will you text me back if you accept the challenge, and call me if you want a quick check-in. But if I don't talk to someone for several weeks, then I'll try to call them a couple times during the week, because I don't want to go a month without talking to someone that's on the program. And so that's why I'll make a note, like in my phone or somewhere that I can see it. If there's someone that I haven't actually talked to vocally for a couple weeks, I want to try to get them on the phone just for a quick check-in if possible. Let's see, anyone have any other questions or ideas about that first week or so when a client starts?
Liz, something else that's worked for me, sorry if I'm talking too much, but
No,
there's 2 apps that I really, really like for people that either, number one, go, those clients that like you can't get off the phone with them, like 30 minutes long, or 2, won't pick up their phone. Voxer message. So Voxer, the app Voxer, or the app Marco Polo. It's basically like Voxer, but it's a recorded video that you go back and forth. It's really popular. Both of those are super popular. So a lot of people, maybe your clients are already on there. So if you just have accounts and like with certain people, that's how I communicate with them. And I like Marco Polo because you can see them and it's like that personal touch. I sometimes think it's better than the phone. So find their form of communication in the way that they'll respond. And I kind of play their game. If they it's not like, oh, phone call or nothing. I posture it that way, and then you kind of settle in and see how they'll respond, and then you go with that.
Yeah. Awesome. Chantel, will you put that just in a group, VIP group, or your coaching group, just so people can know those apps? It's always good to share those kind of things. I love that. Also, in your messaging app or even on Facebook, you can record your voice. Sometimes I'll just do a quick voice recording so that they hear your voice on a message also. So those are great. Also celebrating them. That first week was hard. They need some celebration, whether you jump on the phone with your mentor coach, especially if you think they would make a great coach, jump on the phone with your mentor coach and do a celebration call, or do a shout out in your secret client group on how they did that first week, or a 3-way chat with your mentor coach. Celebrate them in some way. They need some encouragement to get them through, because that first week, that's a huge milestone to get through. So make sure you're celebrating your clients. Someone asked about coaching a husband. Some men don't love to jump on the phone, but just letting them know that they're going to be much more successful if you have a quick check-in. Just say, I'll keep it short. But definitely sending a text, sending a video, like just see what the best communication is for them, but let them know that they will be more successful if you actually are able to jump on the phone and answer questions, because so often you can say, how are you doing? And someone says, I'm doing great, but really they're not, that you can't tell if it's a text. Whereas if you're talking, they're going to be more honest. And so just do the best you can, and maybe encourage the wife to get involved if they are on the program also, to help coach them. Let's see. So we talked about the first week. So after the first week, the weekly check-ins. I personally, if I have a client ordering, I think they deserve a check-in. So if I go through and I look at all my orders, and I think if I'm getting paid for them to be my client, I can at least call them. It might be a voicemail, but that's what I do. You can talk to your mentor coach about how long you check in with them. And they know that it's going to be short if they've been on the program for months. I just encourage them, but finding what works for you, for your clients for check-in. But sending the Habit of Health email. It's always on the pinned post in your coaching group, and even in your client group. There's a link. You can just copy it, go in and send it to all of your clients. So if you don't know how to send it to all of your clients, BCC, like from Office in Motion, ask your mentor coach to walk you through that. It just takes a couple minutes every week to send that to all your, and I send it to all my past clients, not just my current clients. I send the Habit of Health email to them to stay connected. I always give them a weekly challenge, something to be working on, and then I ask them the next week how they did with that challenge. Encouraging reading, encouraging the Habits of Health call, making sure that they're getting plugged in to the program, to the system, with the Habits of Health call. Let's see. And then keep coaching them. Once they become a coach, a lot of times we think that they know everything and we stop coaching them. But if they are still on their journey, don't forget about those new coaches that are still on program. They still need a coach. And then helping them through transition and maintenance, because 5-in-1, that's the simple part, but making sure you're there for them during transition, during maintenance. And if you don't know very much about that, we have so many resources. You have a mentor coach to help you. And in the simple systems, there's lots of information on how to help with transition and maintenance. And I like to follow my clients for a year after they maintain at least once a month, because like the article said in the Habits of Health call or email last week, if you can get through a year of keeping your weight off, then studies show that you're generally able to keep it off for the rest of your life. And so really following those clients for a year, encouraging them to check in, or I'll just do random maintenance checks with my clients. Hey, I'm just calling to see how maintenance is going for you, and check in with them. And I don't know if any of you guys watched JC Dornick's video yesterday on Agents of Transformation page, but he had kind of like, this is a different version of it, but it's kind of like a firework. He taught about igniting our clients. We want to ignite them so that they have the best success. So this first section here, you probably can't read it. It says the 5-in-1 plan. We have a great plan for our clients, or it might be the 4-in-2 plan, whatever plan. The second section is health coach. Everyone needs a health coach to be successful. The Habits of Health, plugging them into the Habits of Health. This one is health community. So once we, can ignite them and give them all those tools, they're able to ignite and have success. And same thing with coaching. You need to have a plan as a coach, what you want to do as a coach, why you want to coach, how many people you'd like to help. Have a plan. And then you have a one-on-one mentor coach to help you with that plan. Education is huge as a coach. So continuing your education, jumping on the Habits of Health call, jumping on those Monday night leadership calls, that's really going to help you. And then really embracing our community of coaches. It's so fun to get to know everyone. We just going to the trainings and seeing everyone, and just having that sense of community is really going to ignite your business also. So I love that analogy that JC had. So I just want to open it up really quick. We only have like 1 minute. We might go a couple minutes over. And I totally forgot to record. No, I did record. Good. Let's talk about health coaching in the summer. Summer can be hard. So let's just throw out a few ideas to help each other to be great health coaches through the summer. I'll throw out one, and then if everyone wants to unmute that has something to share, let's just throw out some ideas. I think number one is making a list of what you're going to do the night before. So we always think of, oh, I need to call so-and-so, I need to check on this. So write those things down and just get it done early, because things are going to come up during the summer, during the day. So if you can wake up and just check those things off, then you're going to do something for your business every day. So I'd love to hear some of your other ideas of what you do during the summer.
I just get out of the house. So when my kids, they needed a haircut, I went and they're like, oh, you're a health coach? And I'm like, yeah, do you want to learn more about what I do? It's so awesome. I help people reach their dreams. And that's really what we do. We help them dream bigger than they've ever been able to their entire lives. You know, I have people who want to fit into rides this summer so that they can go to Lagoon, and they're too big so they can't. You know, that is reaching a dream right there. So I got a guy just when I went to get my kids a haircut, just be able to share the program with him. So that's what it's about. Just
I love that.
Whoever you can.
Jessica is queen of that. That's one thing I try everywhere I go. My goal is to make a connection with someone. So get out of your comfort zone and just be a professional friend maker. You're not there with an agenda. You're there to make a friend and make a connection. And who knows what will come after that. So look for opportunities to make connections. Love that. Have fun doing it.
I was going to say, just go to barbecues, go to family gatherings, go to the ward parties, go to things. Be involved in stuff that's outside of your comfort zone, not just with friends at the park or whatever, but actually go to things and be intentional while you're there. Have a good time, but be intentional.
That's the key. Be intentional. You can always go and sit in the corner with your family and not talk to anyone, but go meet people that you don't know. Even if it's scary, it's fun.
Hey, Liz.
Yes.
I really don't think it's anything different. Like the summer for me, like it's just you set your hours. I'm driving, by the way, so I'm not looking. You set your hours the same, and you just do it. Like it's like just have those specific times, whether it's school year or now, where you are just doing the do, and then go have fun. Like I want my kids to work, and so I have them work and I work, and then we go do fun things in the afternoon. So we want, right?
Yep.
I mean, all you guys that have kids, they're doing jobs, and so what are you doing those times that they're doing their jobs? Hopefully, you're doing your.
Yes, Chantel is great at that. She like having that schedule. She's very organized, and so having set things that your kids are supposed to do, you know, they're reading, their jobs, they're go out and get 30 minutes of exercise. Like you can have a list of things that they can do while they know, okay, this is mom's work time, and then we're going to go and do that. Also, like setting rewards. Yeah. Let's see. Who is that?
Where's my phone?
Oh, someone's unmuted. All right, setting awards, making it fun for your family. So if you have a goal of helping 5 new people this month, every person that you help, go celebrate, get your kids involved. I'm helping someone get healthy. Let's go to the park, or let's go on a hike, you know, or that way when you're on the phone talking, hey, I'm trying to fill that line. I'm trying to help someone get healthy. Or the bingo squares. You know, I put it on my fridge so my kids can see. They say, Mom, you need to make a connection so you can get that last bingo square. So get your kids involved and let them know what you're doing, that what you're doing is important, that you're helping people, and share with them what you do and the transformations that your clients are having. Celebrate so that they know what you're doing is, you know, really impacting people. Awesome. Do we have any others before we close up?
I have one.
Awesome.
So, excuse me. I just told myself I needed to have contact with somebody once a day. Whether, like you guys said, if it's going out, or if I Facebook somebody, or if I text somebody, or if I follow up with somebody. But I have to do something every day, and then I can go out and do whatever, play or different things. But I just have to have that connection with somebody at least once a day.
Yep. It makes you to move forward and be intentional. And I've seen it time and time again. A business, especially for a new coach, can dissolve in a month. If you don't do anything for a month, your business can go away. Or even if you're a seasoned coach, it can go way down if you just take a month off. So businesses are grown during times that other people are taking off. So, and it doesn't have to be all day, just kind of small, consistent action steps every day, doing something every day, touch your business every day to keep that plate spinning, and make it fun. So do things, post what you're doing, live a fun, active, healthy lifestyle, and it attracts other people. So those are my biggest tips on how to be a great health coach. And I love learning from all of you guys. We have so many great examples, and I love that we share ideas and tips. I love this community that we have. And so let's get out and fill some bingo squares today and be intentional and go help more clients get healthy and be great health coaches. Thanks you guys for jumping on.